Hello, everyone. This goes out to all my schoolmates and just anyone else who can relate. This is a poem that I wrote back in 2009, dedicated to everyone I went to school with. On the day it all started, school doors opened and we walked in. I look back now, never thinking I'd have such sweet, dear friends. There are so many memories that we have shared along the way. I wish I could go back in time. With all of you, I'd love to stay. Movies, games, and concerts. Best friends spent the night. I wish I could have again those friendships so close and tight. The memory of that sweet boy and being kissed for the very first time. The thoughts of that special night has never left my mind. So many good people we met along the way. We also lost some dear friends, begging them, "Don't go, please stay." And before we knew it, graduation day was here at last, our last day as seniors. The years had went so fast. We had finally made it. We went our separate ways. In my mind, I still go back to those wonderful school days. Each path we chose was different. Some had the world to gain. Others were not so lucky, only to live through heartbreak and pain. Many times I've wanted to tell you how much all of you mean to me. Looking back on our times together, all of you have been my tree. On those very bad days, through heartache and abuse, it was the wonderful thoughts of all my friends that I chose to use. I owe you all so much. I owe you my life. Your memories kept me going through all the struggle and strife. None of us can go back and change the wrongs that we've done in our lifetime. But with each new God-given day, choose to see it as God gave you another chance to get it right. Here we are, that time of year for high school reunions. This year is our 35th. Right now, there is a reunion being planned in my hometown. I have no plans to attend because there's too much weighing on my heart. Too much bad water has gone under the bridge the last year and a half. To the schoolmates that I have known since I was 12 years old and younger, what happened? Some of us go back to elementary. Most of us go back to middle school. Then we sit in class side by side, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, all of us. Look at these pictures. Us, together, side by side. We rode the bus together. We went to lunch together. Attended football games, pep rallies. Dressed up for homecoming week. Attended talent shows. A lot of us memorized Shakespeare together in Miss Nellie Lewis's class. To this day, God rest her sweet soul, I still respect her more than any other teacher I ever had. We sat side by side in that stadium, waiting on our diplomas, anxious to step out into the world and into our future as we graduated together. We were always told, you can do anything you set your mind to. Look at where people are today because they set their mind to something and they did it. Some of our classmates are nurse practitioners. Some went on to be writers, professional athletes. Some are wonderful photographers. Some are bishops and preachers. And some protected all of us with their lives in the military. We were all in class, given the same education. We were given the same opportunity, not the guarantee of the outcome from that education. It's all in how you applied yourself. Yet here we are, years later, divided. Apparently, through the years, a lot of people have forgotten what Martin Luther King Jr. fought so hard for. As he said, "Judge a man not by the color of his skin, but by the content of his character." Dig deep inside of yourself. Inside, we're still those young boys and girls. We're still the ones that mourn the loss of our schoolmates. Shay Dobbins, Susan Crump, Chris Beck, just to name a few. Through the years, we have lost so many of our childhood friends. Tim Bonner and Jeanette Harlan, I had known them since we were in first grade. What happened to all of us as a society? I'm sick in my heart and deep within my entire being. Our babies, our children, our young generations are being murdered. Drugs, robberies, drive-by shootings. Where has the world's morals gone? Where's their conscience? Where is the mourning for our children? Our children are being shot down in the streets. This place right here, this is not the place I want to go and visit my kids due to the behavior of others. Young generations today, they cannot grow up during the time frame that we did. They have it worse because of how different the world has become today. It is cruel. It's heartless. We, the people, standing together, we must all come back as one to make a change. We also need our firemen. We were raised to respect them. My grandfather was an enlisted fireman. My dad was an enlisted fireman for 26 years. So was his best friend, Al Applegate. We attended school with two of his daughters. They fought to protect us. While we were running away, they ran into the danger zones. We all need protection. We all need our police. Yes, definitely some of those policemen need better training. But you know what? So does the public. Where does that start? At home, from the parents. We need to stop teaching our young ones that they can't do something because of the past. We have no control over what happened back then. None of us were alive. What we do have control over is our future. It is all mentality. Instead of them having the mentality of, I can't because this happened or that happened, teach them, yes, you can. You can do anything you set your heart, mind, and spirit to do. Some of us have lived very hard lives, including myself. But look at us. We're still here. We're still standing. Now is the time to come back together to make our world a better place. We all need to go back to being those young boys and girls in our hearts. Stand beside one another again, instead of against each other, all because of the pigment of our skin. After all, we are all in that Crayola box. We're just different shades. You may have seen a video from this young father and his daughter about the new theory they're trying to teach in our schools. As he states, you can be anything in this world that you want to be. It doesn't matter if you are black, white, brown, yellow, or red. How we treat people should be based on who they are and not what color they are. He goes on to say that his daughter is going to know that no matter what she wants to be in life, all she has to do is work hard and she can become that. Why can't more parents have his mentality and teach their children this? Instead of letting the streets raise our kids, they need hobbies, sports, mentors, leaders, better community centers. Teach them that no matter what they want to be in life, they can achieve it. They just have to put their heart and soul into it and work hard for it. If there's one thing we should all remember learning, it is this: united we stand, but divided we will fall. In years past, there were reunions that, let's say, myself and others with my skin pigment was not invited. No one reached out. No invitations were received. I just shrugged it off that I just wasn't wanted there. About 10 years ago, myself and another classmate, Cheryl, planned out a reunion to include all classes from 1983 to 1989. It didn't matter to us who you were. We wanted you there to share memories of our childhood and growing up together. I enjoyed that so very much. I just wish we could get back to those times instead of hatred that's in some people's hearts these days. It breaks my heart. To all of my fellow 86ers, I love you all so very much. I pray that God will always light your path and His angels lead your way. Y'all have a good day. This is Bama Bell.